Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone arena action. This has been a pretty dry arena so far, I would say. I'm a warrior. I've played against two paladins, the worst possible matchup. I think it's like one of my least favorite matchups in the whole game. I think number one least favorite has got to be warlock versus hunter. And then after that, yeah, it's warrior versus paladin. So I had two of those to start things off. Yay! And the first one just didn't have a deck, so I beat him easily. And the second one had, like, played actual cards, and so I lost. Okay, finally, not a paladin. Now, shamans also have the kind of annoying feature of putting out cards with their hero ability, while your hero ability as a warrior does not impact the board. However, the difference is that you can kill the shaman's totems apart from, you know, obviously the 1/1 totem without damaging your units. So you can fight for board control a little bit better against the shaman than against the paladin. Okay, just because I said you were a decent card does not mean you need to show up in my hand all the time, Stormsuck Commando. What's the best answer to that? Not Thrustful Grunt, that's for sure. I will play the Demolisher. Now you might say, Boris, why don't you play the Warsong Commander? Well, just didn't really see the point of playing the Warsong Commander. The Demolisher charging makes no difference, nor does this. This, however, is a threat, so he now needs to run into it and use a lightning bolt or a rockfire weapon or something to finish it off. That's the lightning bolt. See, the lightning bolt would have just killed the Warsong Commander outright. Here, he has to also run in the column. Alright. Now, what we will do is think very carefully. So the Raging Worgen kind of sucks against the Taunt Totem, unfortunately. So I'll play the Warsong Commander here. If he doesn't have a way to buff this or to remove the Warsong Commander outright, then next turn, I can kill the Taunt Totem with the Warsong Commander herself, play the Raging Worgen, kill the Crocolisk, and turn on Wind Fury. And indeed, he does not have an answer for that Warsong Commander. Whoopity boopity boopity boo. Bloodworks. Alright, so I think I'm going to stick to the plan here. We're going to play the Worgen. Kill the Crocolisk. I'm not going to get greedy with this. We're just going to go ahead and kill the Master as well. Let him have the kill. Would have been better if that had been a creature I could have killed outright, but I'm not going to complain. There were a lot of worse things that could have happened, such as him killing my Warsong Commander. Alright, Chillman Yeti's kind of annoying. I think I know what I'm going to do, though. Okay, I can play the Arathi Weaponsmith, ask the Yeti a question, run the Weaponsmith in because it'll have charge, kill it. That's the simple way to do it. A fancier way of doing it would be to play the Blood Knight and Commanding Shout, and run both my guys into the Yeti, drawing a card in the process. The problem is that both of them then drop down to a health, and the stupid imp will kill it off. So we're going to do this, even though this isn't quite as sexy. Gets the job done, and it lets me kill off that damned imp. So, got a Warsong Commander, because he used a lightning bolt to kill my Demolisher. See, the little decisions make the biggest difference sometimes, and you would never even realize it if you made the wrong one. Like, I had a choice between playing the Warsong first, or playing the Demolisher first, and playing the Demolisher first, like, had a huge impact on this game. Alright, what we're going to do here is think. I could play the Stormsuck Commando as like a delayed trade for the Fire Elemental. I could play the Grunt, which doesn't really do anything. Or I could play the Ventricle Mercenary. Let's go ahead and go for the Ventricle Mercenary here. I mean, this thing's going to trade for the Fire Elemental. So that's a pretty good use for it. It's a 5-drop trading for a 6-drop. I'm okay with that. Now, if he hexes it or whatever, well then fine. Its drawback is gone and I can play minions. He does have the Hex, okay? Fair enough.
Feel the power.
Okay. Cue everybody telling me that I undervalue Windspeaker. Yeah, go watch, go look at all my videos, people, and count all the times that Windspeaker, you know, was good against me, then count all the times that it just sucked. Now, admittedly, this is going to be one time where I might actually lose to it. So we have to play very carefully. I need to do this, and this, and this. So now he has to use Fire Elemental to attack the Grunt and then hit me in the face down to 8. I'm at great risk of burn damage, but I could still claw out of this with Commanding Shout and Cult Master. Well, no, actually, that's not a combo, is it? That's just... Okay, so he Lightning Bolts my taunt, and if he can get 2 points of damage through, he'll win the game. He has a Bloodlust, that will be enough to win it. So that was a little bit dumb, losing to Windspeaker. Again, just because a good card, or sorry, just because a card is good sometimes, does not mean that the card is good overall. I have a billion answers in my deck. Not much, but I had a fair amount of answers in my deck that would have let me kill that Fire Elemental before it went out of control. And it's happened that I didn't have any of them. There are also a billion instances where that Windspeaker would have been god-awful. We've seen tons of time in my channel where the Windspeaker, like, Windspeaks a totem just because the person's desperate to play it onto the board. And that was one time where it was good, but that doesn't mean it's a good card. But I know there's like one person who's gonna be like, yeah, Papa Boris losing to Windspeaker. Papa Boris loses to cards that he thinks are bad. Look at that. So what's the scary thing is that I'm actually 1-2 here all of a sudden because we played against 2 paladins. Here's a third mother frickin' paladin. We played against 2 paladins and only got lucky against one of them, and then we played against a shaman who pulled off a Windspeaker on a Fire Elemental and just killed me when I had like a huge lead on cards and everything. I needed more taunt. More taunt. Or my Execute would have been good too. Alright. Don't really see much of a point in coining out a Fiery War Axe, so we'll just wait for him to do what he wants to do. Plays a Fairy Dragon, which is great. Now, I could, of course, wait and see if I can cleave this thing, but that's very silly. Let's just do the Fiery War Axe. Fiery War Axes are good because they basically help me keep his minions, his recruits under control. Do I have a spell to minion ratio problem in this deck? It seems like I'm drawing a lot of spells, not a lot of minions. I don't know, it seems fine. Alright, we're gonna go for this combo again of like a Raging Worgen and then having it get charged. It's a pretty good combo. Also can work really well with Commanding Shout. I can actually like kill a Yeti with this Worgen and come in with the help of Commanding Shout. That's pretty sweet. It's not gonna happen though, it's just gonna play a Recruit. Boring. It's gonna silence it. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on, you suck. Oh, well, balls. Now, Cleve, of course, is very tempting here, but I think it's much more important to put a body on the table. Remember, damage on a minion is more valuable than damage on the face. Oh my god, I got silenced. How sad. Well, that's life, but at least I've got a decent board presence, and my hand's fine as well. I can kill just about anything with the help of Heroic Strike, so really, can't complain about much here. This might be the turn to cleave if he plays a Recruit now, yeah. Okay, so what we do here is we cleave. That kills off the Recruit, and lets me use up the rest of my axe. Ooh, boy. Hold on. I can play the Warsong Commander coin Raging Worgen. Turn on Wind Fury against the monkey. Kill the monkey with the axe, smash him in the face. I think that's gotta be the move, right? So I'm gonna hit this. The reason I'm using my silenced guy is that for against the paladin, the difference between 2 health and 1 health is immaterial, but the difference between 3 health and 2 health is material. So if he consecrates here, I'd be sad, of course, losing the Worgen, but I'd still keep 2 creatures around, one of whom is a non-silenced Warsong Commander. He has the consecration. Well, at least he didn't have the equality to kill everything. That would have been worse.
Reporting for duty.
I really would like to get a minion that charges and barges. That charges alright, but I don't exactly want to, you know, run my Divine Shield into that Silverhand Recruit. So we'll pop another Fiery War Axe, kill the Recruit with that. I don't have any problems about using Fiery War Axes to kill recruits. My card situation is fine. He has 6/6. I have a weapon and a cycler, so I'm in pretty good shape. Commanding Shout plus the Divine Shield is a bit of a non-bow, but if I did draw my Blood Knight, remember the Blood Knight has a very nice interaction with Warsong Commander. First the Warsong gives it charge, then the Battlecry triggers and instills a Divine Shield, so you have a charging 6/6, you can kind of beat the system.
I wonder.
Not on my watch.
I'm gonna waste that guy, which is a sign of desperation. Play an Arcane Golem. Oh, okay, that's a sign of just bad play.
That was a mistake.
He obviously should have played any of his creatures first before playing that, and he also should have killed my Warsong Commander. I can't believe he didn't kill the Warsong Commander. I actually can't believe it. Well, let's take a look. We now have this, so that's 3 plus 2 is 5 damage, 8, 10. Yeah, I haven't done enough damage to kill him, just in case I miscounted. And actually, I would have had the kill even without the Warsong Commander.
Well played.
Alright, we got lucky against another Paladin. So had he killed the Warsong Commander, I would have still won, which is fine. Man, I really feel like this is a good deck. This is going to be one of those times where I say that even though the record's bad, I was at 1-0, or sorry, 1-2. Even though the record's bad, I think this deck is good. Now, of course, I could get unlucky and lose, but I will go to my grave thinking that this was a good deck. It has a good curve. It has a lot of reach potential, a lot of strong synergies. Not a lot, but several strong synergies. I have a cat. Hey, cat, do you want to come up on my lap? Cat? No. Aw, he's turning his butthole to me. We have a druid now. Sylvis the druid. That's not my favorite matchup, to be sure. But it's alright. Mulligan that execute. You know, maybe I should have... Oh, I should have kept execute in case he has an innervate. Well, what are the odds? Don't tell me what the odds are. I think it is important to play the Abusive Sergeant here. If he wants to coin Shapeshift, so be it. He's used his coin. And I should get card advantage back with the Fiery War Axe unless he plays very good creatures like Harvest Golems and whatnot. And it also stops him from playing a real 2-drop, which would have been... Well, I could have killed it with a Fiery War Axe, but that could have potentially... Well, actually, maybe I should have not done this, just so that Fiery War Axe would have something to do. Well, anyway, the nice thing about this is I can play the Armor Smith here, hit him in the face, and I didn't have to play the Fiery War Axe killing a drop. You know, I should have played the Grunt. Oh my gosh, folks, this is a mistake. I should have played the Grunt. That would have protected my Abusive Sergeant from Shapeshift. That was actually a potentially really big mistake. I'm actually kind of surprised at myself for doing that. Well, we're going to get some armor, I guess, but clearly armor is not as valuable as creatures. Still, even if he Shapeshifts here, he's not playing anything else. That's, you know, this thing is kind of worth it. The way he's thinking suggests to me that he does have other things that he wishes he were playing, because otherwise I think he would have just Shapeshifted instantly. Well, he's hovering over the Shapeshift, so it looks like he's resolved to... Nope, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do a coin. What's he gonna do when the cops come for you? Play a Grizzly. Well, that is just about the most perfect thing I could have possibly hoped for. Because now all we do is play the Fiery War Axe that we slow rolled previously, kill the bear, and that's it. The Shapeshift, the Abusive Sergeant, doesn't matter. I've already got card advantage with the Fiery War Axe, killing his Grizzly. And if he kills the Abusive Sergeant, it's even better now, because now he's wasting his 3rd turn as opposed to wasting his 2nd turn, and the 3rd turn, of course, is more valuable than the 2nd turn. As a point of order, I should mention, when I say someone would waste their whole 3rd turn, that is assuming they don't have a 1-mana play. That's pretty rare, though. He's clawing my Abusive Sergeant? Oh, no, he's clawing my Armorsmith, or is that the bug? No, he is going for the Armorsmith. Okay, does he have a Moonfire to finish it off? No. Okay, so we know what's going to happen here, don't we, people? He is going to play a Swipe next turn and kill both my minions. So, as tempting as the raid leader would be, it just dies to the Swipe he is definitely playing. So I'm going to actually play the Scarlet Crusader, because that survives the Swipe. And is a great big old nuisance. Now, I have other weapons in the deck, so that would be a point in consideration for attacking his face with the Fiery War Axe, but I'll risk that. I think I've got other good plays to make. So he's going to swipe my face now, killing the Armorsmith, the Abusive Sergeant, and popping the Divine Shield. He then has 5 cards to my 4, soon to be 5, one of which is a weapon. Yeah, not the greatest situation. And I have this 5-drop, which is like really the worst possible thing. A Fen Creeper or a Silverhand Knight or, well, really anything. Even a friggin' Nightblade was better. When you're playing a Stormpike Commando on turn 5 and going at the face, that is worse than playing a Nightblade. And if you're playing something that's worse than Nightblade, that's pretty bad. So yeah, the Stormpike Commando in my last run, I was like, oh yeah, maybe this card is good. But then it's like, no, it really hasn't been that good for me this run. Okay, so he is slow rolling the Swipe that I believe he has. Boy. Okay, well, we're gonna do this. And this. So, he can Swipe now and kill a few things, but I will throw that guy away. So that's one thing that's not done. Swipe. My axe. I'm gonna hit for 6, which is now Swipe is actually really not the greatest because he doesn't have 6 mana with which to Shapeshift away the raid leader after targeting the Grunt. So really, he just kills the Grunt and the Armor Smith and pops the Divine Shield. So he missed his window for swipe. Being good. I think if I were him, I would have swiped the face on the last turn rather than playing the Twilight Drake. Now, it's possible he doesn't actually have a swipe. I mean, that would be mind-blowing then. If he chose to Claw Shapeshift the Armor Smith instead of just Shapeshift to kill the Abusive Sergeant. The Armor Smith, sure, it gives up a lot of health, but I mean, it's not, like, that much of an inspiring board presence. When I play against Armor Smith, I just let him have the health. The armor, as it were. And just leave it at that. So, killing the... or damaging, but not killing the Armor Smith and leaving the Abusive Sergeant alive seemed really crazy, unless he had a swipe for the face the following turn. And it was a pretty good gamble, because most creatures I would have played would have died to the swipe. But then I played Scarlet Crusader, and he chose not to swipe the face. Or he doesn't have the swipe. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Doobie-doobie-doo, doobie-doobie-doo, doobie-doo, Sylvis. Sylvis is a good name for a druid. Nice and nature-y. What to do, what to do. Oh, I always forget about Starfall. Always forget about Starfall. Good God, I'm so vulnerable to Starfall. Well, looks like he doesn't have it. Okay, Heroic Strike, plus the Armor Smith would clear the way there, and then we can hit him for 7, 9 damage, down to 9 health. Alternatively, they could put the Stormpike Commando down. If he had a Starfall, would he have played it? Yes, he would have. So, we're gonna do this. This is risky. Don't try this at home, kids. But I really feel like he doesn't have the Starfall or the swipe, given how he's been playing. Assuming I'm correct in that valuation. Got this nice army here that he can't really address, and then he's dead next turn.
Ready for action.
Gold Shaft Footman's ready for action. Yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have either one. He's got all the taunt in the world. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. Cult Master. Alright, sure.
Join or die. Join or die.
Do this. Getting a card.
Strike.
Do this. Getting a card. Oh god, I was bad-mannered. I did not actually do that Cult Master at all.
Join.
All I had to do was this, 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 and then Heroic Strike. And Sylvis the Druid goes down. Man, see, these wins have been so comfortable. One loss was to a Paladin who played actual cards, which is fine, it's my worst matchup, and then one loss was to Shaman who pulled off a Lucky Wind Fury. Caught me with my pants down when I didn't have removal for a Fire Elemental. Also, let me remind you, I played a Ventrico Mercenary, traded the Fire Elemental, he had a Hex for it. I mean, seriously. Diak, the Mage. You know, I could have done that differently, though. I could have played a Stormpike Commander at the Fire Elemental, and he might not have hexed it. Ah, or he might have used Hex, but then I would have had a Ventrico. No, I would have died. It was fine. I was dead. I was dead. Okay, this is a very good 4-drop. It will catch you up from some really dire situations, but I have 2 of them in the deck, so I'm going to mulligan. And I regret everything. I wish I had an Arathi Weaponsmith now, but the Cleave could work. Cleave could do some good work. I just don't want her to have a Mana Worm on turn 1. Oh god. Oh no. No, 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 no. Stop fingering your cards. Ah, it doesn't die to Cleave. Nor does it get killed by the War Song. Oh yeah! We got a Fiery War Axe! Oh, that's so good. Man, I'm so glad this isn't whatever Slam or whatever else the crap I was gonna play. Oh god, is she gonna play a... Oh, I have the coin. I have the coin. Oh, whew. I was worried we were about to see a mirror image here. Cleave is tempting. Unfortunately, it kills the Apprentice, but not the Mana Worm, so we're just gonna do this. What do you kill? I think we kill this thing, actually, because that currently deals more damage, and I doubt she's gonna play 2 spells to pump this Mana Worm up. Even if she does, then we're just breaking equal. That's fine. Now, the advantage, admittedly, the advantage of killing the Mana Worm would be that that left something to die to Cleave. And okay, so I'm going to actually pay for it here. If I had killed the Mana Worm last turn, then now there would be a 3-2 and the 1-4. I could Cleave. The Cleave would kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice and damage the Demolisher to the point where the Fiery War Axe can kill it. But as it is, I can't do that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, this will kill the Demolisher, then I'm giving her an early Flame Strike. You know what? Doing it! doing it like there ain't nothing to it. You know, this is... I mean, it's scary, for sure, giving the mages those early flame strikes and blizzards, but I think that was the right move in context. We'll see. We'll see if I have to pay for my insolence.
Mind if I roll need?
That's not a particularly big deal. I'm not that thrilled by the prospect of playing Warsong Commander here, since it would just die to the order plus overpowered hero ability. We'll play the Tiger that can't be messed with. And now I can cleave and kill the Loot Hoarder, and then with Execute kill whatever else you play. So I'd want her to play like a Boulder Fist Ogre here. That would just be the best. Boulder Fist Ogre, cleave, kill the Loot Hoarder, damage the Ogre, execute the Ogre. Still got some mana left over. This is alright. Ping my face a bit. Totally fine. Do we cleave it up here? God, what's up with me not having quite enough damage to kill her stuff? Yeah, we're gonna use Cleave basically to kill the Loot Hoarder, which does take me down a card. But I think it was worth getting rid of that thing. We'll now play the Warsong Commander. And so now she has to get rid of it. Let's say she Flame Strikes here. She'll have 4 cards to my 5. My cards are not very good, however. So I would rather she didn't have a Flame Strike, to be totally honest with you. Or if she has it, I'd rather she chose not to play it. She has a Stormpike Commando, which is distressing. And a no! Why did you also have to have a... Oh, her Stormpike Commando is good, I see. And now mine would be really great too, but of course now I don't have one. At the time that I need one, I don't have one, obviously. The cards are just not going my way in this game. But I mean, it's still anyone's game. I'm down on life, sure, against a mage, sure. But I can armor up, that is my advantage as a warrior. I've got this Demolisher out here. I can cycle for a card. If she plays a Taunter, I can get a Blood Knight. Oh, Jesus. She just has all the spot removal. Well, luckily she has nothing else. Unluckily, that means that, you know, I'm screwed. So we're going to play Commanding Shout as a cycle. Okay, Scarlet Crusader could drop, then it would get pinged off. So I'm going to armor up instead and pass the turn. So that next turn I can play Scarlet Crusader, Blood Knight, and get a 6/6. I mean, I need that power. She looks like a mage who's wondering whether she can send the fireballs she's holding at the opponent's face, or whether it's better to keep them. Oh my gosh. Use of Sergeant, huh?
My shield
And a
for
Defender of Argus. Fair enough.
Drink with me, friend.
Panda. I'm just gonna get another Defender of Argus pretty soon here. Alright, fair enough. Cleave now would be great. Well, let's stick to the plan. We're gonna do this. This, and I'm gonna forfeit a card from Slam because I think it's actually worth it to kill this creature. What this does is it stops her from being able to kill the Blood Knight with her 2 creatures. Now this is very tenuous ground. She can kill my Scarlet Crusader, so I've got 3 cards really for 4. And one of her cards is very good. It's a Defender of Argus, which I do not have in my deck. Alright, she throws the Panda away and then Flame Strikes my board. So it's 2 for 2. And she fireballs as well. We're in a good old-fashioned top deck war here. Got Execute, that'll kill something, but no Slam anymore, unfortunately. We're not going to play the Abusive Sergeant. That would just be a waste here. It would just die in the Fire Blast. This kind of sucks, but it was in a really bad pack. There was nothing good in that pack. There's like a Leper Gnome and, I don't know, Goldshire Footman or Wisp or something really stupid. Shielded Yeti is a problem. I have to use my Execute against it. That... Okay, that's actually allowing me to save my Execute. So I can whack it with the Armor Smith, armor up, pass turn. See what she's got. She doesn't really need another Flame Check. She can just burn this guy, and then I have a 3/3 versus her 3 cards, and I have an Execute to help. But it's like 3 cards to 3 cards. Boy, it's close. It's really anyone's game. I think she has the slight advantage, though, just because she's a mage and because I know my cards kind of suck. Got a Molten Giant out here. That could be really good. That could turn the tide. Got a Ventricle Mercenary that could turn the tide. Battle Rage is just a cycle, but that could help turn the tide as well. She's got nothing, it seems. Okay. I will just use this as a 1-mana cycle. I don't see no reason not to. Okay, we'll play this guy. Armor up. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to hit her in the face. I'm not going to commit. Now she can ping this and Flame Strike away my board again, leaving her with 3 cards to my execute, which would be very, very bad. That would win her the game if she had another Flame Strike here. For sure. Now last turn she had 3 cards and played nothing, so it seems like she's got fireballs or something that she doesn't want to use against my stuff. Yeah, she didn't want to polymorph this, which makes sense. I don't blame her for that. She just drew Ice Lance. Does she have another Ice Lance? Is she going to double Ice Lance to kill it? Yes, she is. Well, we're in a really good old-fashioned top deck war here. Crab versus crab, it seems. Raging Werrigan. At least I'm getting up some health. I'm going to keep this around. Yes, I have, I think, like another Fiery War Axe or 2 in here and another Weaponsmith, so I might regret not using this, but I really do think that I should hang on to it, because the risk of her playing something and me not drawing one of my other weapons is worth, I think, holding on to this for. Plus, since I have Execute, I want to make sure I can kill whatever she drops.
I wonder.
Cone of Cold is a ballsy play, turning on Wind Fury, but it makes sense. She's going to ping it to death the following turn. God, that hero ability is so good. I don't have any healers in this deck. I passed on my chance to take a healer. That would have been good. Don't have it. Should I put the Fiery War Axe into my hand? Yeah, I will. I doubt the mana is going to make a difference, but she doesn't really... I mean, she would have to top deck an Ooze. She would have used an Ooze if she had one. So, apart from Oozes, I'm not that scared. Might as well just put it in my hand. Okay, so she pings this thing to death. Plays a Panther, which I can't deal with. That'll hit me for 4.
My shield for
Never mind. Check that. That'll hit me for 5. Okay. So, just note. Stealth overrides time. Do I play the Molten Giant and then let it get hit for 5 by the Panther, or do I wait for the Panther to reveal itself, then play the Molten Giant? This is the question. I'm gonna do this. I am going to, oh god. I'm gonna play the Molten Giant. I think it's a little bit too clever to not play the Molten Giant here, because she's top decking stuff too. I might need the Molten Giant to kill whatever else she plays. You never know. If she trades the Panther and her card for the Molten Giant, then, you know, we're back to top deck warring. Execute's pretty bad here. This could have been a slam. It would have been good to have a slam. So it's a good thing I didn't wait on the Molten Giant, because obviously it was pretty hopeless. Okay, I want to get 8 damage through to her face. I think that's really important. So God, this hero ability, this mage hero ability is so ridiculously overpowered. In this particular game, it is nuts. I have one last hurrah, which is my Ventricle Mercenary. Wish I'd taken that Wind Fury Harpy now. Although that was a Silver Moon Guardian, I think it would have just gotten polymorphed. Okay, so she's holding some kind of removal spell again. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play Wind Fury. This deck's strength is Reach. So, I'm not gonna commit the Heroic Strike to her face, but she's effectively at 10 health. I never got any Arcanite Reapers, but I do have I think another Arathi Weaponsmith and maybe a Fiery War Axe in here.
Be my ancestor.
Well, never mind. The Rogue Strike's going on this guy unless I get my Fiery War Axe, which I'm not sure that I have. Ventricle Mercenary would be pretty great. Wolf Rider. Alright, well, the Wolf Rider is less valuable than the Heroic Strike against the Mage, because the Wolf Rider will just die. So I'll use the Wolf Rider to kill that. We have 27 health here. She's at 14, 10 after the Heroic Strike. In a fatigue battle, I would win because I have more health, unless she, you know, uses some fireballs to tip the balance. This is quite the protracted battle now. Frostwolf Warlord is going to have to eat my Heroic Strike, so that's unfortunate, but such is life. We have to now think. Do I play the Warsong Commander, or do I wait to draw another minion so I can use the minion right away and have this not get killed by this thing that's clearly a removal spell? I think I will hang on to it. I think I will, because I think the extra damage is worth it. Basically, playing it now to have it die is like foregoing the chance for charge damage. Now, the issue, of course, is that maybe I don't have any creatures left over that would charge, but I think I have an Arathi Weaponsmith. I'm pretty sure I have one. I think I've only played one, and I think I have 2. I don't know. Well, here goes then. We'll do this. And the Knife Juggler, I think, is worth killing. 25 health. I should win the Fatigue battle again, unless she has like a Pyroblast or a bunch of Fireballs. She's got this removal card that she's been holding on to. Oh, wait, I didn't know this when you hovered over. It says how many cards they're holding. Your enemy's hand contains 2 cards. Huh. Alright, so what's the removal spell? It's an Arcane Explosion. Not the best, but she will ping this over 2 turns. Really wish I had gotten some healing creatures, or that I was a priest. Man, if I were a priest, can you imagine how awesome this would be? Holy crap. If I were a frickin' priest instead of a warrior, I would be in such great shape. Alright, well anyway, we're back to 27 health. This guy has 4 power, which is not to be trifled with. If that hits her, then I'll definitely win the battle to fatigue, even if she has a pyroblast, I think. Oh, it's gonna be such a long video. People are gonna be like, oh, it's a long video. I bet Boris did really well. It's like, nope. Just played against a mage for half an hour. The sheep gets charged. I didn't actually know that. Alright, so we can either hit this and execute it, or we can run into the face. Okay, now, gotta be careful here. Drawing cards, but I think this is worth it. I think getting a card is worth it, because it's almost certainly gonna be a minion that I can play.
Handle it.
So even though this draws me closer to fatigue, like I'm like a bunch of cards ahead of her, I think it's actually worth it to put this extra thing down. Now, the problem with this is if she draws a removal spell and kills this, she can make me draw cards, and then I'll be like 3 cards ahead on the fatigue battle. I don't know. It's a close call, but I think with my hero ability and being at 29 health, I should win the fatigue war.
Your magic shall
That's
not
Spellbreak. So this is the raid leader, which is the correct choice. Obviously, the Cult Master makes no difference here. We're in a fatigue battle. I don't even want to draw cards at this point. But what I'm going to do here is hit her completely in the face. And play Ventricle Mercenary. So if she kills both of these minions, she can actually make me fatigue once, but I'm obviously at 31 health, so I should live. This guy is threatening lethal. Continuing the fine tradition established by my last game of my most important cards always being at the very bottom of the deck. Ventricle Mercenary waits until 2 cards down to show up. I don't know how she... Well, no, she could win if she clears my board and drops a big minion. She could actually kill me with the help of fatigue before she dies to fatigue. I was right. I did have an Arathi Weaponsmith. So I'm actually gonna take fatigue once and then win. Oh my god, that was quite the protracted battle, and it does make me wonder if I overestimated this deck. I don't think the mage is a particularly good deck. She's just a mage. We're up to 4 wins though. That's fine. You know what? If that's where I go, that's where I go. It was a good run with the deck. Lots of weapons. Good creatures, a decent curve. Maybe I should have taken a little bit more endgame, but really I didn't actually have that many options. I had like a Wind Fury Harpy I could have taken. That was pretty much it. Ikraus the Hunter. Well, I'm happy to play against a Hunter as a warrior. Our hero abilities cancel each other, and I think the warrior's cards, apart from a certain Houndy card, are better. I'm going to mulligan Heroic Strike. I don't like it early on. I'd rather just increase my odds of getting a Fiery War Axe, which I failed to do. However, we do get Wolf Rider that'll act as a proxy Fiery War Axe of sorts. Oh no, a Molten Giant, that's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Fast start for the opponent. There's a Scavenging Hyena. That might need to eat my Wolf Rider. No Fiery War Axe. Should have taken more of them, I guess. Should have taken more of them. At least he's used his coin. He sounds as the Weaponsmith, which is a clever move, because what this does now is if I kill the owl, this thing gets buffed. However, what I can do is a couple of things. I can play the raid leader, buff this and kill the hyena, but then the owl kills the raid leader. I'm not a fan of that. Let's just do this. And it actually doesn't really matter what order I do things in. What matters is that I go for the card here, because I killed the owl and my Armorsmith lived to tell about it. This hit is bad. I just keep getting bad hands. Maybe the deck's just put together bad. I don't know. The raid leader, what could this have been? I don't remember. Okay, very important here to attack first. Check for the secret. I have a feeling it's Snipe. Oh, okay. That's how it's going to be, huh? That's how it's going to be. Well, let's check for Snipe, I guess, with the Crusader. This also is a good foil to Explosive Trap. And, okay, it is Snipe. One of the many reasons why I think Snipe is a terrible card. Just so many minions it's not good against. So 4 cards to 5, soon to be 6. I went up a card by killing the owl. I went up a card by foiling his Snipe. And okay, so this ate 2 cards, which is fine by me. He's Very low on cards at this point. Now, I was going to kill this with the Arcane Golem. I think even better is to do the Silver Moon Guardian. The Silver Moon Guardian is a good foil to the Cobra because it doesn't take damage when the Divine Shield pops. You'd have to pop the Divine Shield to kill it with the Cobra, and even then, this isn't what you'd want to kill with the Cobra anyway. This guy makes no difference. Anything. He has yet another Arcane Shot. He's been using all of them quite inefficiently, however. He's cheekily going for my face with this Cobra, figuring I'm going to trade it with my Guardian anyway. Okay, this is actually really important. Your minions can't be reduced below 1 health. However, if a minion gets damaged by the Cobra, it still gets destroyed. So not being able to be reduced below 1 health does not stop you from getting destroyed by it. So what I'm going to do here is play the Arcane Golem. One of these guys is going to kill the Cobra. I'm not sure who. I think I will use the Cobra to kill... Sorry, the Golem to kill the Cobra. Now you might say, Boris, why did you do that? The Golem has more attack power. And it's true. I guess I just judged that the extra health was better than the extra damage. But it was a close call. Alright, we have a Core Hound here. Please leave my minions alive. Okay, of course he's going to leave my minions alive. That's all of his mana. Why? Core Hound is a terrible card. Volume 587. We play Commanding Shout. We run into this thing.
Very hard.
This is brutal. We play Battle Rage for 3 cards. You know. Just balling it. And I'm going to play the Grunt.
What you want?
Just in case he has Unleashed the Hounds, that would make it difficult. The Grunt would eat 2 of the Hounds, and so he couldn't kill off my minions as easily.
Put this apple on your head.
I feel like he's got an Unleash the Hounds here. Nope, just a Tiger. Okay, 50-50 chance of killing a minion. He gets it. It's fine. Okay with that. What we're going to do here is play the Arathi Weapon Smash. Get that. Kill it. Bing-a-ding. Ling-a-ding. Bing-a-ding. Boobity-boo. Well played, he says. Yeah, I mean, this is over. I've got Scarptine Patillion. Scarptine Patillion is a real number of cards. I'm a warrior, he can't steady shot me down. Multi-shot will kill 2 of my creatures. What do you think of the new card back? Oh, I'm using it. I'm using? That makes me sound kind of weird. Alright, yeah, this is fine. We're gonna hit this Tiger. I wouldn't do this unless he had, like, no cards, which it turns out he does. Oh, jeez! Wait a minute. I thought that was a Fiery War Axe. Well, we'll play the Molten Giant. We'll execute this thing. Armor up. Hit him. Play Blood Knight. Yeah, there's no one card he can draw that can kill me. I'm at 15 health. He's 1 card at a time facing a Molten Giant. This is over. This is over. Well, actually, no, it's not. He could play Deathwing. He'd win the game if he played Deathwing. No joke. If he played a Deathwing, he'd win the game. I should have played around it. I mean, even silly things like Deathwing that you're like, oh, why would you play around Deathwing? Well, if you don't lose anything by doing so, you might as well play around even the most improbable of cards. So we'll turn on... Win 3. Hang on, can I kill him? What is this, 12, 15? 15 plus 7. Oh, hang on. This is lethal. Always look for the win, kids. Let's not give him any chances to draw that Deathwing that he has maybe in his deck. But yeah, I would have lost the Deathwing. I should have not done things the way that I did. I should have just saved my execute and traded the Worgen. Play the Molten Giant. Just left it at that. Alright, 5 wins. Solid. That was a nice, fun game after a very protracted battle. But, you know, in my defense, we've played 7 games here. 3 were against Paladins. I think 2 or 1 were against mages. One was against a mage, 1 was against a druid. All classes that just impact the board. Another mage. Edgy the mage. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get lucky twice. We have a pretty bad opening hand. We'll keep the Warsong Commander, though. If the opponent has a slow start, I could be in good shape. And we get junk. Junk along luck. I don't have any real 2-drops, do I? I have, like, Fiery War Axe and Cleave and Commanding Shot, but no, like, actual 2-drops apart from, like, a Frostwolf Grunt. That's unfortunate. Oh, thank God. Okay. Play a Mana Worm, you bitch. Come on. Man, if that first mage, if I had had one of my Fiery War Axes, I would have been so fine. Wait, didn't I? I did get a Fiery War Axe, and it was actually still very difficult. Okay, never mind. Monty Berserker. Well, I'm really happy that I top decked this Fiery War Axe, because that would have been a difficult thing to deal with otherwise. Execute has not been super great for me this run. I got the slam to come to back it up. It just hasn't been very good. Play the Warsong Commander next turn. Hopefully she doesn't have anything here that survives Fiery War Axe. Nope, just ping on the face. Perfect. Actually, that was a bit of a mistake. I don't think you should ever coin out a Berserker against a Warrior if you have nothing to do on turn 2 as a mage. Now, I would like coin it out against a Paladin to maybe discourage him from playing a Recruit, but not against a Warrior. Maybe she's holding onto a Frostbolt and thought I'd play a card and she'd Frostbolt it. I find that that's not a gambit that's worth going for. No, she just plays a dude. Alright, we have a bevy of options here. A bevy of options. I think I'm just going to use the Fiery War Axe to kill this thing. So what other creature do I want to play? I think it's the Demolisher, actually. Even though it hits the weakest, it's the hardest to kill when the opponent has no creatures, and the barrels could, you know, wreak havoc on her. Or they could discourage her from making certain plays. I mean, there's just a variety of ways that it could be good. So she plays a Torn Warrior, which is fine. The barrel hits the Torn Warrior. Okay, I'm going to give that a well played. That's actually quite clever. So we could use Commanding Shout here, but Commanding Shout against a mage, of course, is a little bit underwhelming because, you know, the mage can ping things off. We'll whip out Fiery War Axe number 2. Wait, say, Boris, why not use the Execute? Well, I've learned my lesson. Let's actually just save those Executes. I'm going to play a Scarlet Crusader, and I might say, Boris, why are you playing Scarlet Crusader? Isn't the mage just going to ping off the Divine Shield? Yes, but I'd really like to save this Worgen in reserve. She seems not to have an answer for this Warsong Commander, and the Worgen can be so good with charge.
Locked and loaded.
Dragon. Okay, so she pings up the Divine Shield, but she doesn't actually kill it. The barrel hits her face, which is really unfortunate, because obviously, I would have liked it to kill one of these creatures. Raging Worgen, not the greatest. It drops to 1 health after turning on Wind Fury. Let's take a look. What do we got here? 3, 5, 6, 10.
What now?
13 damage. She's at 6 health. I don't really have any way to seal the deal, though. Oh, I really wish the barrel had hit one of those creatures. Well, it's not the end of the world. We're going to go ahead and do this. This thing's on borrowed time anyway, so we're going to kill that with that. We're going to play the Tiger now in the middle to stop Tones of Cold. It doesn't charge, of course, because of the Warsong Commanders. Long ago nerf. It used to be, way back in the day, Warsong Commanders just gave your other minions charge. Same stats and everything. Quite a nerf, but still, it's totally fair, I think, this way. I think the old version was ridiculous. Just going to Frostbolt, finally dig up a Frostbolt for that Warsong Commander. Play No Vision Mentor, which is irritating just now that this no longer charges. Now the barrel hits this, which I don't even care about. Oh no! Stormsuck Commando to the rescue. Oh, look at that. Do I cycle this for a card? Nah, let's just armor up. I am getting a little bit low against a mage. You know, being below 20 is always kind of scary. Let's just armor up a little bit for some insurance. We can get the card next turn. So I'm actually threatening lethal here. This is exactly 10 damage on the button. Does she have a Flame Strike? It would leave the Tiger alive. She has a Polymorph. Well, that's much better than Flame Strike. Actually, it's about the same, isn't it? Tiger deals 5. These two combined deal 5. She pings this instead of pinging my sheep. I think that's a little bit foolhardy. When you're at 8 health, you should try to preserve every point of damage that you can. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she's actually losing a turn early because she chose not to kill my sheep. Kill her with the sheep. Alright, we get a win against a mage on the back of some early Fiery War Axes. Yeah, you know what? I should just take every single Fiery War Axe I get. I mean, sure, you can get a handful of Fiery War Axes later on, but turn 2 Fiery War Axe is just so goddamn good. I just want to have as many of them as possible. I would have happily taken a 3rd Fiery War Axe over whatever the heck I took in its place. Although, who knows, maybe it was one of the cards I drew that game, and it's a good thing it was something else other than a Fiery War Axe. Anyway, that's that. Fighting for 7 wins. I make it to 7 wins while I'm at 6 wins. About 60% of the time, or between 60 and 70% of the time. However, that's counting all the times I'm at 6, including times where I'm like 6-0, 6-1. I don't actually know what my success rate is for being 6-2 and making it to 7.
That's
Well,
it.
it's
Get
fair playing field here. Deep sweeper. You know, I'm gonna give the odds to myself. I think versus other warriors, this deck is better than average. I think that because it has so many weapons and just good cards in it. Commanding Shadow has been very underwhelming, unfortunately, except for that one game where I comboed it with Battle Rage. But it's just a really good deck versus other warriors, I think. We'll see if I'm right or not. We've got a 2-player curve here. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4.
Put this apple on your head.
That will necessitate a slight change of plans. We'll actually cry because I didn't get a Fiery War Axe. I play Scarlet Crusader, so I'm hoping to kill the Knife Juggler with the Crusader. Now, obviously, he's going to play a minion here. 50-50 chance it'll ping off the Divine Shield. If that happens, then that's life. But, gotta go for it. I think that's much more sensible than just letting this thing die. So, Fairy Dragon comes down, Knife Juggler hits the face. Does he have an Elven Archer here or something? No, he does not. Alright. Knife Juggler here. And I could play the Warsong Commander. That'll kill the Fairy Dragon. I could try to wait for this and to kill the Fairy Dragon, but that wouldn't actually work because the Fairy Dragon would kill the Crusader in the meantime. So yeah, we're going to play this thing out. Now, the other option, I could have cycled the Shout, but that seemed a bit silly. Let's just play that. You know, let him have his victory. That the fact that he had another creature means he can kill the Fairy Dragon. And then, hopefully, I'll be able to kill whatever else he was. Okay, he's going to clear my board with that Fiery War Axe. Belated as it is. Cult Master's real bad here, unfortunately. And he has another drop. And it's unfortunately a 2-3. I can't kill it with this thing. Ah, oh, God, that's annoying. Well, this is a bad time. We're going to have to do this. Give him the first one for that thing. That sucked. That sucked a load of dongs, to be totally honest with you. I can play Ventricle Mercenary. Oh, or I could do this and execute the Yeti. So we'll just die to Fiery War Axe. Okay, we're gonna play Ventricle. I'm gonna gamble that he's gonna go all the way to the distance to kill this thing. Using the Yeti and the Fiery War Axe. I would rather him kill this thing with that stuff than me have to kill the Yeti and then have the Fiery War Axe kill my guy as well.
You call that?
Dark Iron Dwarf. Well, so he gets to keep the Fiery War Axe because of this, which is very irritating. Very irritating indeed. I actually cannot get a handhold at all in this game. He just keeps having the goods. Okay, so I could slam execute this dwarf, but I'd rather save that for something bigger. Let's play this in an Armor Smith. You might say Boris. Hang on, isn't the Armor Smith just gonna die? Yeah, but what else is it doing? There's just nothing else going on here. Wow, I'm getting mauled. He just had cards all game, and I had cards all game, but his cards were a little better than my cards. He also pulled off a Battle Rage. Actually, I'm not gonna make it to 7 wins. That's so sad. But yeah, sometimes you just don't have the goods. Alright, so this axe is not big enough to kill that thing, so we're gonna have to do a very lame move here. I need to execute that dwarf. And I'm gonna cycle Commanding Shout for a card. Just to do. Blood Knight? Okay, sure, whatever.
Join or die.
Cult Master's so underwhelming. Execute that is so underwhelming. Oh, man. So he's got 6 cards to my 5-ish. Slam might draw me a card. Cleave might be a card advantage. This might be worth for 2 kills. Well, it's possible that I'll win, but unlikely at this stage.
Give me a quest.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
Back to work.
That's a very bad sign. So we're gonna Cruel Taskmaster execute that thing. Please don't play any more cards so I can actually Cleave kill it. Cleave kill your Requesting Adventurer. Oh, phew. Okay, so do I slam it? Or do I Cleave Axe it? I think I'm gonna Cleave Axe it because I want to be able to play both of my minions. It's a bit sad, of course, not getting to use this guy's ability, but I think it was worth it to put an extra creature on the board. Sadly, my Cult Master's dead, so I can't transfer these into cards. 4 cards versus 4. Well, slam plus my axe is 4 damage, but if he plays anything big, I'm in trouble. That's a ball play. I'm assuming he's going to kill my Raging Worgen. I don't think he would have done this unless he had the kill for the Worgen. No, he's just going to let me turn on Enrage. Fair enough, so we'll slam this for a card. Silvermoon Guardian does not need to be played. Is it a question? little chance. I'll play this and the Silvermoon Guardian.
Shall not fall.
I'm gonna hit him really hard, although he had so much health it doesn't even put much dent in things. He's just barely below 20. So okay, so he needs mass removal now. Mind Control Attack would be really good. Whirlwind would be really good. Brawl would be good. Lots of cards would be very good. Cleave even would be pretty good. Lots of good cards here. Is he going to execute that? He's just executing that. That's really good. That means no Whirlwind, no Cleave, no Brawl. That I'm not so bothered by, although it is a good 5-drop. I'm glad he didn't have it earlier. He does have a Cleave. Well, I think he should have cleaved first before killing that Worgen. Doesn't accomplish too much. Of course, I played my Guardian after playing my Blood Knight. It's just life, I suppose. Alright, he does catch up a lot with that Silverhand Knight. However, I get a Molten Giant, which is good. Is it worth popping the Divine Shield to kill that guy? I think it is, because he has to kill my Warsong Commander. Even though I'm in top deck mode, he has to kill it. If I'd left it alive, he could have used the Squire to kill the Warsong Commander. Now the Knight has to kill the Warsong Commander, leaving me with this 3/3. So in 2 cards, can he deal with this Molten Giant? Oh my god, does he actually have Execute Kill? No, he's going to do that. He can kill off my guy, fair enough. And then kill my dude with his Knight. Oh my gosh, it's a really good top deck. Oh, I was really like agonizing over one of them, and boy am I glad I took it. Now I'm not gonna divert 8 damage to kill a 2/2. I need to get the damage on his face. We gotta try to see if I can kill him. He should be dead in a couple of turns. Maybe less if I draw one of my reach cards, like Heroic Strike is still in here. He needs an answer. He needs another Execute. He used an Execute on my Raging Worgen that he gave me, Wind Furied. So he doesn't have an Execute now. Well, he might not. Okay, that doesn't make any difference at all at the moment. Unless he gives it Taunt, and he doesn't. He just plays a 2/3. Okay, it's 2 vanilla creatures. Nothing going on. Stacy's mom has got nothing going on, and we might actually win. Now, this is 15 health, a little bit low. Fiery War Axe. All right, what do we do here? What do we do here? We got 11, 14 damage. I'm 1 damage shy of killing him. All right, we're going to go for it. He's got 2, 4, 6. I'm at 9. I don't think he can deal 9 damage in a single card. Even if he draws something that will enrage us, it wouldn't be 9 damage worth of damage. So I'm going to actually hit him all the way in the face. I'm going to hide the Fiery War Axe. Don't need to let him know that I have it. Both my creatures threaten to kill him, so he has to deal with my creatures. And I have the Fiery War Axe. Well, it doesn't kill him, actually. He armors up, and if he kills my creatures, the Fiery War Axe does not provide the kill. Oh, I should have thought about that. Well, Grizzly, I think I'm good, because he can't kill this Molten Giant. Man, that Molten Giant was the real star of this game. And we're actually going to make it to 7 wins. After what seemed to be a certain loss, I do make it to 7 wins. Holy cow, patties. My Brigade of Fiery War Axes comes on down. It's the next sentence, the price was right. And Deep Sweeper, turns out to be very polite, gives me a well played after a hard fought match. And I make it to 7 wins. Oh, I hope he wasn't at 6-2. That guy seemed nice. He seemed like a good player. I hope he wasn't at 6-2. I hope my fellow warrior had fewer than 2 losses, and I hope he can still make it to 7 wins. If you're out there, Deep Sweeper, I'm pulling for you. Well, made it to 7 wins. Holy ballsack Christ. I'm at 96-30. Because I took a little bit of a hiatus from Arena and just got some daily quests. I got the 100 gold daily quest, the God quest, and now we're going to be above 9,500. Hey, shooting for 10,000. Whoa! It's, I think those are Chinese characters, or are they Japanese characters? I think those are Japanese. I actually don't know. I really don't know what those characters those are. But that's cool. I've never seen anyone with such a name. I bet this is, like, not even all that... Like, it always, like, looks so cool and elegant when you don't know the language, but I bet it isn't even. I bet this is just saying, like, Tiny Dick, the Rogue. This is just probably what it is. Like, Fluffer Nutter or something stupid. Or probably just, like, Dave. Anyway, Armor Smith gets down... If she had done the Defias Ringleader combo, I could have actually cleaved it. God, I drew the perfect answer. Shouldn't have it, though. Alas. I hope she doesn't make a dagger here. Please don't make a dagger. Are you going to make a dagger? She's going to make a dagger. So that means that next turn she has the answer for Wolf Rider if I choose to attack with it. Okay, much better. Warsong Commander. Much better card here. So of course it's trivial for a rogue to kill this. There are so many ways this thing will die. It's just too many to enumerate. Backstab, Eviscerate, SI Agent, you know, anything in the universe. Miraculously though, my opponent does not provide any of those things. Interesting. How do I kill this thing? There's no good way to kill it, unfortunately. I don't have a Fiery War Axe. I could Commanding Shout and hope to get a Fiery War Axe. Balls.
What now?
I wish I could play my Stormsuck Commander. Okay, we're gonna do a very lame thing here. We're gonna do this. What's more valuable, Wolf Rider or Heroic Strike? Well, it's actually Commanding Shout. Let's just do it. Nope, didn't get it. So we will now Heroic Strike to take Scarlet Crusader off. Preserving the health on my Warsong Commander. I could, of course, have run into the Scarlet Crusader and it would have lived, but then it would have just been daggered. For 0 mana, no less, which is sad. So let's see if she has an answer for this that she just didn't use last time. I don't know why she didn't kill it, given the chance. Now she can dagger away my Armor Smith, but at least, well, yeah, there's no real at least. It was just bad. Okay, that's annoying. That is annoying. So what we have to do here, play these Silver Moon Guardians, which is not what I wanted to do. Charge, and kill myself. Yeah, this is going pretty badly. I'm not getting any card advantage. I mean, I had plays from the beginning, but I just wasn't able to get ahead at all. She's got 8 cards to my 5. I'm gonna put a Deadly Poison on to kill the Silver Moon Guardian. Now this will die. Oh man, I just don't have the right cards. She keeps killing my stuff when I would like her to like play her own stuff. Okay, I could Wolf Rider the Zeus, or I could Stormpike Commando. I'm gonna do the Wolf Rider, and the reason for the Wolf Rider is that the Wolf Rider hits her in the face for some damage, and she's wasting the Deadly Poison when she kills the Wolf Rider, so that this comes down later and doesn't auto-die to the dagger. I'm in a lot of trouble, though. She has 7 cards to my, well, 3. So, it's bad. I don't even know how this went so bad, but she just played a couple of cards that happened to be the cards I couldn't deal with effectively, and I lost. Oh dear. Well, I could try to race her out, I guess. Let's see how that goes. I wish I could cleave, but she just doesn't want to play any more minions for me. Okay. Here's the Stormsuck Commando. Some useless armor, making it even harder for me to play my Molten Giant. Let's see if she has a kill. Of course she does. How could a rogue with 7 cards? I don't even count anymore. I'm so lazy, just moving the mouse over there to hover it. Not kill a Stormpike Commando. No! That's just the worst possible thing you could have played. Kills my Commando, draws a card. I don't want you to get any more cards. No! Oh dear. Patient Assassin. Well, as long as she plays no more minions, we should be okay here. I can cleave to get rid of the Patient Assassin and then just hit her in the face and try to race her out. I mean, that's really the only option I have here. The only hope I have is to try to burn her out. Keep the Demolisher in the middle to play around her trail. She might not have the kill for the Demolisher. I mean, if she couldn't kill this guy with her cards, maybe she can't kill this thing. Who knows? Not I. By the time I can play this Molten Giant, I will be overrun and lost, so I really do. This is a dead card. So I'm actually just, you know, 5 cards behind the opponent, which is awesome. I don't have any way to enrage my own guy, so there's no way to get surprise damage. Actually, I do. Stormpike Commando would be a way to enrage my own guy. She has a Molten Giant. Oh, no. And an Eviscerate. Oh, no. This is just getting uglier and uglier. Well, everything has to go at her face now. Absolutely everything. I'm just sending everything at her face and hoping I can burn her out. I mean, if I draw back-to-back Fiery War Axes or something and she never plays a taunt, I can use it. Alright, good. Barrel at the face. That's what I want. Barrel here would have just been a waste. Yep, playing it. We're playing it. Now, I could hit her Molten Giant to get my Molten Giant out to play. I think that's silly, though, because I still couldn't have played it. If she hits me, I still won't be able to play this thing, but maybe I'll be able to hit something a little bit smaller. Oh my god, are you goddamn kidding? No! Why do you have a Defender of Argus? Jesus! I have nothing. Unless the barrel goes here and I top deck and execute, I have nothing for this giant. She's actually not even going in my face. She's just taking time to kill my creatures, which is totally legit. Okay, I need top deck execute. Top deck execute. And then I still probably will lose, hilariously. Alright, Cult Master. Alright, Cult Master and top deck execute. Nope! Not a chippity-choopity-choozle chance. So if I hit, it'll go down to 21 health, still can't play it, so we're just gonna armor up. Oh my god, Defender of Argus. Really, of all the frickin', and an Ooze just to kill my axe to add insult to injury of all the friggin' cards. The Cult Master dies. Gonna backstab this thing and dagger it? Really? Or no, she must not do that. Really? Is she actually doing that? Wow, that's pretty crazy. Now she's within reach of, like, a Mortal Strike killing her. I didn't see any in the draft, but I mean, dang. Alright. Well, Heroic Strike will be the kill. Let's look very carefully at the situation. Let's say I hit this thing. 23... Well, Heroic Strike plus 2 is 6. This thing doesn't die. So the only out I have is to draw my Execute. It's the only out that I've got. Now, let's say I hit this. Go down to 14. Play my Molten Giant. She would actually then have Lethal. So, as much as I'd like to play a Molten Giant, I can't. I have to pass the turn. I have to hope that I get Execute. And then I can win with my Axe plus Heroic Strike. She shouldn't have Lethal now, I don't think. And she can't play any minions unless she kills her own minions somehow with like a spell. She can't play any more minions. So well, actually, I could be dead, couldn't I? Oh my gosh, she could actually. She has a lot of damage here. Do you have anything to kill me with? She can't play any charge minions at least. It would have to be an Eviscerate or a Sinister Strike. Right? Do I get Execute? I get a Grunt. I get a mother frickin' Grunt. Well, always go out in style, people. God damn it, the Defender of Art is one of the game. Sadness! Dickfizzle, the Rogue, gives me a Korokon Elite and a loss. Well, you know what? At least I made it to 7. At least I made it to 7. Man, if that Molten Giant... What could that Molten Giant have been? I mean, it won me a game, so I don't think I would have done any better in this arena if it had been whatever other thing I could have taken. I think it could have been like one of those 3/3 themed pirates. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Ooh, 180 gold. Not bad. I haven't gotten a new legendary in, like, I think 3 months. It's been so long. But it's going to have to, the wait's going to have to continue. I'm like 3,500 dust away from completing the one of everything achievement. So, like, 2 legendaries would get me almost all the way there. Be practically done. But it is not to be. We instead just get a golden Korokon Elite. Okay, the next arena will be a Hunter, Mage, or Warlock. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'll see you again soon. Take care.